Hiya, alter ego bros. Don't worry, it's just me. Now, I've been waiting for a while to talk about Stephen King's It. At least the film adaptation of It. The miniseries, on the other hand, I might save for another time. So, It came out in the year 2017. And as you know, the remake / film adaptation of the book It. Now, you may remember when this came out, it was, a big hit. And of course, it's already been 5 years, and Stephen King's It has made a big impact in movie history. This movie, and of course Pennywise himself, have made a big impact in pop culture. You could tell Pennywise is now one of the most recognizable movie characters in movie history. Right up there with, Buzz Lightyear, Shrek, and even the fucking Minions as well. Not to mention, Pennywise is also now known as a meme for, 5 years. I mean, you already may remember back when, I did my review of Gremlins 2, you may remember what my next review was. And of course, I did an impression of Pennywise. So what better way, to be moving on for, the last review, which is about the little Mogwai. Of course, the movie with the dancing clown. Of course, out of all the movie remakes, this might be, the better ones, including, horror remakes. I can see, there's some people that like this, and there's some people that don't. And if you're not a fan of, the 2017 film adaptation of It, that's okay. We all agree to disagree. It's just my opinion. Opinions are opinions. But as for, It Chapter 2, on the other hand, that's a whole other story. Anyways, there's everything you need to love about this movie. Including, the losers, Georgie, and of course, dancing clown himself, Pennywise. Hiya, Georgie. Beep, beep, Richie. We all flow down here. Okay, I'm not going to be doing the Pennywise voice for the rest of the video. I guess, the reason why I'm reviewing, the movie It. Basically, since, the prequel TV show will be coming out, why not review Stephen King's It? And I already forgot to mention, how much of a big hit it was. I mean, seriously, it made tons of money at the box office. Where, you have other movies like, Logan, John Wick Chapter 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and of course, others. But of course, It was actually, one of the movies that was, a bigger monster hit at the box office. But not only just led its way, it led to, the sequel, It Chapter 2, but also led to, more Stephen King adaptations. And of course, we already got plenty more of them coming in the near future. We only have this movie to thank. And because it's already been a decade, meaning 5 years since this movie has been released, I gotta say to myself, why? Why, this dancing clown has made a big impact in not just horror movies, but movies in general. How did this dancing clown manage to make a big impact and become, one of the most recognizable characters in pop culture? Right next to, Shrek, or Scooby-Doo, or SpongeBob. You could say, Pennywise himself is also now more recognizable than, Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees, or even Michael Myers. But of course, there's also the tone, it can work in, good ways and maybe a few bad ways. We know sometimes, it's portrayed as, serious. Well, sometimes, it could just be portrayed as comedic. There is a bit of humor in this as well. But at least they know how to pull in, the dramatic stuff. And of course, the CGI effects in this was actually really good. It did way better than, It Chapter 2 did. Don't worry, I'll get to It Chapter 2 very soon, whenever I have the time. But for now, it's time, close the book here and just give it 9 out of 10. And today's question is, which version of It do you prefer? Do you prefer the 90s miniseries, or you prefer the 2017 remake? Let me know in the comments below. And looks like we've already got another review coming up. As you know, Wantober continues. So we now leave the sewers and the town of Derry, and now we're gonna go enter the doors of Hotel Transylvania.